everybody, so it's Kim here from Sassy Jacks Stitchery on our Soiree chat, and we have with us Sharon Huffstetler. And if you follow any of the social media on Facebook, and are you on Instagram too, Sharon? I think you are.
I am.
Yeah. You've probably seen some of Sharon's work, and she does beautiful needlework, and certainly if you've been here in the shop in the last well, we've been under quarantine, but we've had a few of you in here. But in the last, I want to say 6 or 8 months, we've had a beautiful model, MH My Beloved, on display from Sharon. Just gorgeous. And we are super excited to have Sharon with us today. And we are doubly excited because we have some fun news for you. So do you want to tell them, Sharon, or should I?
Go ahead. But I'm excited to be here today.
Well, thank you. Thanks for doing it. So Sharon has started a design company. Yay, reproduction design. So we're super excited about that. Thy Needles Work is the name of the company, and she's got her first sampler, and it's a reproduction ready for release, and she's got 2 more coming in pretty close behind it, and we'll let her talk about the timing and stuff. But Anna Maria Pollard is the name of the first one, and you can see I put a little the cover of it up in the corner above Sharon's head. Sharon can't see it, but you can see it. So it's a beautiful sampler, and tell us a little bit about it, Sharon.
It's a little miniature red work sampler. Very basic marking sampler. She just has the alphabet and then the numbers in her name.
She's really pretty.
Yeah, it's a little petite sampler, maybe about 4 inches and change by 4 inches and change. I mean, it's pretty small.
Yeah. Do you have it? You can show us.
I do. I have it right here, and it's framed. I don't know how to.
Oh, it'll be all right. Yeah, you might have to. Oh, that looks good. That's beautiful. Yeah. Really so sweet little one.
Yeah, it's a little one.
I thought it was different because of the way it had, like, can you hold it back up for a minute? The way it had the numbers underneath the alphabet, I thought was kind of unique and different. I'm going to put you full screen for just a minute.
Yeah. That's part of what drew me to this one, because I have a couple of others that have this little triangular shape for the alphabet and numbers or initials. I think one of them has initials.
Yeah, I've never seen one like that, and that's really not, that's in great condition for an antique.
It really is. She's a little dirty in a couple places. But she's in good shape. She is hem stitch. The original is hem stitch. So that's a possibility if you want to. I chose not to.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And you've got the model for that one already stitched too, I think.
I do. I have it right here.
Let me put you full screen again. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's pretty. I love the red you chose for that.
Oh, thank you. It's the Weeks Dyework Garnet.
And the O, like in the alphabet on the top, the O is really interesting. It looks like it has a little crown or something on it.
It does.
That's pretty cool.
It's kind of got a little filigree up at the top.
Yeah. That's neat.
And the original is a little bit bigger. It came out square because Anna Maria did hers on a uneven weave, which is about 23, I think, by 30. Yeah. 31. I've got it in the booklet.
Yeah.
So hers was more rectangular. This one was done on, the model was done on 28 count over 1.
Okay.
And so it came out almost a perfect square.
Well, I've seen your charting in your booklet, at least the proof of it, and it's a beautiful booklet. So your charting was exquisite, and the booklet is fabulous. I love the history that you put in there and all the things you researched, and just really beautifully done. Well done. And it is a hard copy printed booklet.
It is.
And it's got a full page centerfold in the middle, if I remember, of the.
Yeah, I think it does.
Yeah.
I haven't seen we haven't gotten the proof from the printer, but I think it does.
We saw a PDF of it, and it was pretty.
Yes.
So, but it'll be ready soon, guys. So we'll definitely be selling it here at Sassy Jacks, and I know, Sharon, you're setting up an Etsy site too.
I do. Business. I have one. It's Thy Needles Work without the apostrophe.
Yeah.
It's the Etsy shop.
Okay. And so you'll have that one for sale out there too. So we'll be taking pre-sales during the soiree, and then I think we'll probably have it back from print maybe in a week or so. So
possibly, yeah.
Yeah, pretty soon, and we'll get it shipped out. So if you do order it during the soiree, just know that you're pre-ordering from either Sharon or from us at Sassy Jacks, and then as soon as it comes from the printer, we will get it shipped out to you. Right. I'm super excited about it.
As soon as possible.
Yeah. So tell us about the name of the business that Needles Worke.
I wanted something. My favorite type of sampler is from the 17th, 18th century. 17th, 18th band samplers.
Yeah.
I love reading books about that time period. And so I kind of wanted something that was historical.
Yeah.
And about maybe 3 or 4 years ago, my sister and I were bouncing around names, possible names, and of course a lot of the ones I liked were already taken. And when we
Sassy Jacks? Did you want Sassy Jacks?
No, I didn't think about that one at the time. But when we hit on My Needles Worke, we spelled it first just Worke, W-O-R-K. And I said to her, I think it needs something else. She says, I do too. And so I stuck the E on it, and she said, that's it. And we both just said, that's it. So I kind of had the name for a while.
I love it because it is very reminiscent of, antique needlework and just that time in history, and I love it. So very cool. And
what you're able to accomplish with a needle.
That's right.
It says work, but look at what you've done. You can say, and I'm sure that's what the girls did too, this is what I can do. This is what I can accomplish.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you're a very accomplished needle worker. Well, you do incredibly beautiful work. So I'm really excited that you're actually coming out with your own business now, because I know you do some model stitching for some people. I don't know how you get it all done. You are prolific with what you actually produce. It's amazing.
I will tell you, as a trained pharmacist, needlework is my blood pressure medication.
There you go.
So, it really calms me and centers me, and so I can tell when I haven't stitched in a day or two for whatever reason, and I just need to sit with the needle and clear my mind and go.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear you say that. I think that's going to be a little bit of a theme of this soiree, because I've had other guests already say that it's meditative, it's kind of solace for the soul, and I certainly feel that way. I stitched a lot when I was in my day job before I opened the shop, and it kept me sane. It was the perfect ending to a hard day. Just to get your mind. It took enough of the noise out of my head, because I had to focus just enough to where I could relax a little bit. So
you have to think about the needle and what you're doing with that, and pay attention. And that just kind of clears anything that your mind, especially when you have a mind like mine that goes into overdrive at 3 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, me too. You wake up at 4 o'clock and you're already
it just clears all of that so that you can actually relax.
Yeah.
And, whether it is go right to sleep or just relax. I stitch a lot before I go to work.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. You're an early morning person?
Yeah, I work second shift.
Okay.
So I don't leave till, lunchtime to go to work. So if I can get a couple hours in the morning, then that just kind of centers me. I'm ready for the day, whatever.
That's awesome.
Work's going to give me.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, so I know you've got more stuff coming from your new company, because when you came here, you had some beautiful things with you, and I just kind of fell in love. And one of them you've already finished the model for. I couldn't believe it. You walked out with the thread, had to replace the thread, and then when I talked to you this week, you had already finished the model.
Yes, I took her to the framer yesterday.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I think I counted 9 days, because I do keep a journal of when I stitch every day.
Yeah.
And I stitched on her 9 days. I know a couple of those first days was with the color that didn't quite work, and so I took it out and restitched it. But she was a fairly quick stitch. I've got the antique right here.
Oh, let's see. I'm going to put you full screen. See, that's beautiful. And the colors that you chose to reproduce her with are just gorgeous.
And they're perfect for this time of year.
They are. And they're also perfect for kind of where we are right now, that we just need some meditative stitching. And I love how simple and beautiful that is at the same time. I really loved how you stitched her. Can we see the back?
What? Huh?
Can we see the back?
Here's the back.
How perfect is that? Golly.
I know. Mine's not quite as perfect.
That's amazing. That's a beautiful stitch.
She did a good job on her. And I'm drawn to the ones, I guess that's part of my former teacher too, that I'm drawn to the ones that are just the alphabets.
Yeah.
Or predominantly the alphabets. I love that one. And this is another little simple marking sampler. She's at the framers now. And hopefully, sometime later this fall, maybe late October.
Oh, she'd be a great one. She'll be great for that time period.
We'll get her out. But she's been a fun one too. But she's another one that she didn't put a date, an age.
And her name was on there. It was Mary Potter. Is that what it was?
It is Mary Potter. And of course, when you search her, there's a million Mary Potters that it could be, just like Anna Maria.
Yeah.
I mean, I found several Anna Marias, and there are a lot. Mary Potter is kind of a common-ish name.
Yeah.
So I really don't know. I think pretty sure it's from England.
Yeah, with that name, probably.
Yeah, but it's just a real simple one, and I'm drawn to those.
Yeah, well, she's so beautiful, and if folks, I know she's at the framer right now, so you can't show the model, but if they go look at your social media, they'll see some of your little snippets of posts of her.
Oh, yeah.
And she's so beautiful stitched. She really, really is.
Yeah. Well, thank you. She was fun to stitch.
Yeah.
She really was. And I think, again, with this whole theme, the meditative theme, doing the one color is meditative as well. You can just kind of stitch and go.
Yeah.
Now, Mary Potter is actually two colors.
Yeah.
But, it's essentially top half is the lighter one, the bottom half is the darker one, and there she is.
Yeah. Well, she's pretty. And what did you stitch the model on?
I stitched the model on 46 count mocha. Okay. Probably, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
We did the mocha, and then we did two colors of the silk 103.
Yeah.
That were very, very close to it, which is exactly what Mary did. It's a tone on tone.
Yeah, it's really pretty, and it's suitable. I mean, both of those that you just showed us are suitable for beginners and intermediates because they're all cross stitch, right?
They're all cross stitch. All of them are cross stitch. You do have to watch Anna Maria's counting.
Okay.
On some of the dividing bands, and some of the outlines, she did 3 instead of 2, so you do kind of have to watch that. But it's all cross stitch. And I think even if you didn't watch the counting, it would come out.
Yeah, even if you just did them all over.
It would meet the border, and you could go.
Mine would meet the border. By the time I got to the border, I can guarantee it.
Oh,
I wouldn't make it work.
Oh, yeah, just keep going and say, whoops, well, let's move on.
Yeah, there's a few of those I've made work. Most of the time you can make them work. There's sometimes you have to pull them out if the borders are really, have a lot of twists and turns in them. I've had to pull them out, but most of the time I can make it work. That's always, I'm sure everybody celebrates when their borders work.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yeah, and I couldn't figure out why my corner borders didn't match up when I was charting Anna Maria, because I just looked at it, and all the top one across the top is all 2 by 2. And so is the one down the left side. So I thought, okay, let's go for it. And I'm like, wait a minute, this corner's not the right. What did she do?
Yeah.
So that's when I decided to pay a little bit more attention to how she actually counted.
Yeah.
Because it was obvious she must have been a young girl and got distracted and was not paying attention.
Yeah, or maybe she was in her stitch group and she was chatty, and she
that could have been. Or she was doing her homework and she was like, "Well, I messed that one up. I don't care. I want to get it done."
Yeah, that's me, right? It'll fit. Don't worry. But
exactly.
Well, I'm excited about that one too. I can't wait to see.
I'm excited about both of them. The first ones are simple. I just finished charting the third one.
Did you finish it already?
I finished charting it.
Wow.
That over one alphabet. This next little girl. Oh, Maria. I think there are 4 different types of T's. the smaller letters are, some of them are 8 stitches high, some are 6, some are 5, some are 4. It's like every E is different, every A is different.
You can tell they're little girls, yeah.
It really was a little girl. It really reminded me of a child's handwriting.
Yeah.
But it was a booger to count, especially since the over one was, the thread was the same color as the linen.
Oh, wow. That's
and
not fun.
There was some thread loss and some linen loss, too. So a couple places I just kind of had to say, okay, well, this will work. Because I really couldn't tell what she did.
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
Yeah,
we've had to do that.
And knowing how inconsistent she was with her lettering anyway.
Yeah.
It's like, well, this way fits, so we'll just leave it.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I'm going to leave everybody hanging for a minute because I know they want to see it and I know you want to show it. But before that, so as a brand new person doing charting and reproduction, tell us a little bit about how you felt when you were doing it, because obviously you have a lot of passion about it. So,
I really, part of me felt like I was honoring the work of the little girl, and part of me, I really could get into her mindset.
Yeah.
With seeing oh, wait a minute, she missed that, she missed this, she didn't count this, and then that, of course, got me thinking about how was she stitching this? Was she stitching, in a cozy stitching spot with her lap, frame or a lap stand, and she didn't have a pattern. It just kind of got my brain going on all of these things about these little girls. Yeah. And also made me thankful that even though we don't have a date, an age, a place, or anything for her, we couldn't exactly find the Anna Maria Pollard. There were a couple branches of the Pollard family that had a lot of Anna Marias. It really got you thinking about the little girl and what she was like, what she did. And thankful that she left us this little piece of her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it. I mean, I don't actually do our charting for Sassafras Samplers. Allie, we have 4 people who work here right now with an A name, and so every time I try to say one, it's like a mom going through all their kids. I struggle.
Yeah, the role, yeah.
There's Allie, Angie, Abby, and Andrea.
Oh, wow.
And then Kim and Catherine. It's craziness.
Wow. Y'all could have used more than 2 letters.
I know, I'm going to assign names out from now on. I'm just going to give them a name.
That works.
Yeah. But Allie does our charting for us. But just when I'm doing the history and I spend time looking at the sampler and, I'm checking the charting, I start to feel pretty connected to these little girls. Because I do the same thing. I think about where they were and what they were doing. And if you do happen to find anything about their lives, or even just when you research the time period and the place where they might have lived, you start to feel a little bit connected to them. It's kind of interesting what happens with that.
Exactly. Which is actually with Anna Maria, and I had no research, nothing to back this up. But with the triangular, the set of 3 letters and the number, one of the other samplers that I have with that also has some of the characteristic Quaker ligatures.
Okay. Yep.
And the alphabet there, and that's what kind of put me on, I think she's probably a Quaker or went to a Quaker school. And then when I found this Pollard family who were Quakers and were fairly big in their local meeting, it just kind of like, it's like, okay, I don't know which one it is, but she's in this family.
Yeah.
She has to be in this family. There are so many Anna Marias stretching from, 1761 to 1901, actually, in the descendants of this family, and they were Quakers.
Yeah.
So I don't know that about her, but just kind of putting 2 and 2 together, it kind of makes me think, and I kind of have that gut feeling.
And sometimes you have to trust that, because there's some, you've worked a lot with the sampler, and I just, sometimes you can't explain why you know things, but you just know things. And I think you got to follow your gut sometimes with that when you spent that much time with them and looked at the history. And
exactly.
So, very neat.
So in my gut, I'm almost positive she was a Quaker.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, and which gets me into those other samplers that, I want to do that.
It's a rabbit hole, isn't it? Well, I'm going to put you full screen and you can show her to us. If you're ready. Are you ready to show her to us?
Maria?
Yeah, you want to?
Yeah, let's see if we can get it, because
she's big girl, girl. Okay.
So I may not
you can see part of her anyway. Oh, wow. I love her. When you showed her to me in the shop, I fell in love with her. I like how unique that border in the middle is. So pretty.
And she's not symmetrical. This border.
Yeah, good to know. Good to be forewarned on that when you're stitching it. And I see what you're talking about with the alphabet being the same color as the linen.
Yeah, you can't even see it. I mean, you can look at it, you cannot see it.
We've got pictures of her too. We'll put up, so you guys will get a better look.
Yeah, she's a long girl. The original's about 21 inches. I haven't actually counted the threads, but it looks about like a 28.
Yeah.
28 threads per inch. So on that over one, I actually had to take a picture of my cell phone, and that's how I charted it.
Yeah.
In fact, I went out to eat a couple weeks ago, and I had one word in the middle, and I could not figure out what it was. And this particular restaurant I go to quite frequently, and they have the craft paper on the table.
Yeah.
And so while I was waiting for my food, I grabbed a pencil and I just started writing out what I knew.
Yeah.
And I sat there for an hour and a half.
Oh my
gosh. I'd gone for late lunch, but for an hour and a half, working out what all the words were.
Sometimes it's hard. It's harder than you think.
It really is. And
because
I still came up with a few other words that you just kind of have to say, you know what? This word makes sense here. It could be this. It's probably this.
Yeah. Because their spelling's not always because they spelled phonetically at a certain point in time. Like I've heard people look at some even one of our samplers and say, "Oh, she misspelled the words." Well, technically she didn't, because there wasn't an approved spelling, approach at that point, and so they spelled a lot of things phonetically. Now sometimes they did misspell their own names because they were little and they were figuring it out, but a lot of times, the spelling on the words will really throw you, because
you really have to look at it in context with the whole verse.
Yeah.
She just put an extra E in this.
Yeah.
And then this works.
Yeah.
Well. But they're fun. It's fun to look at.
Well, you've got a beautiful little set there already. I can't believe it.
You.
That was fast work.
Well, thank you. I'm already matching colors for number 4.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, that's how I'm always ahead, and then working back here, and then always ahead and working back, and that's how I work.
Yeah.
I can't do just one and see it to completion and then pick up something else.
Yeah. No, I'm kind of with you on that. I've usually got many irons in the fire poking at things, but well, that's pretty fabulous. I think you froze. There you go. You're back now.
Yeah, you froze.
We're back.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing all that with us. I can't tell you how happy I am to actually be the one to get to, kind of help you launch and just be excited with you while you do it. That's pretty cool. So.
Well, I'm excited, and I'm grateful to your help and Allie's help as well in kind of getting this off the ground.
Yeah, well, we didn't do much. I think you were ready, so.
Yeah, I didn't know where to go next. And y'all helped point me in the right direction, so that helped a lot.
Yeah, well, we'll be excited to get that first one back from the printer. So
yeah, it'll be exciting to see.
Well, I will let you get back to your day. I know you've got lots going on. Did you have to lock your pretty kitty out? Oh,
no,
you said he doesn't like voices, right? Unembodied voices.
Yeah, he does not like voices coming out of the phone. He's just like, this is not right. So he's on his blanket on the bed, so he's fine. But as soon as you hang up, I guarantee you he'll poke his head in the door.
Make sure you're okay. Well, and thank you for pre-recording with us. I know we wanted to do this during the soiree, and you actually have a real life and a real job you had to be at. So
I do, and I have to go back to work tomorrow.
Yeah,
so,
well,
fun.
Thanks for taking your last day and spending a little bit of it with us. But
well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Appreciate
well, I look forward to seeing you back in the shop soon, and thank you so much for doing this. I'm really excited. Congratulations. Super big congratulations.
Well, thank you, and I hope y'all have a wonderful soiree weekend.
Oh, we will. Bye, Sharon.
Bye.